Okay, I'm back live. Things went wrong in the first 3 minutes. Um, I don't know how this is working. This is my first live video, first of many, I hope. The quality is really bad now that I'm checking the first one that I've done. It's at 480p. This isn't the quality that I want. Like, it's saving at 480p. Okay, I'm checking myself on live stream right now from my Netty Sage channel. I'm gonna say hi. It's right here. Let me type something. Hey everyone, this is my first live stream. Go easy on me and say, let me see, hi when you can. Okay, let me see if I can put an emoji there. Pin this. Okay, um, so yeah, I was talking earlier about my favorite YouTubers. We will reject Cine Pals. Let me check this one out before I continue. I need to for live stream. Live stream video. Not for to be fixed. Okay, there's a video here. If you publish your video directly after the video is processed, but not finish processing the HD version, like the case is here, your video will be available in a lower resolution like 2040p and 360p. I set it to unlisted, and when I watch it on YouTube, then you can see over here it has a low resolution, and is because the HD version isn't processed yet. A ProRes 422 file in 1080p can be finished within 20 minutes on a larger channel, and the X265 in 4K can take up until 2. Okay, let me see. Let me see this. Let me go to studio. Man, I'm still figuring this thing out. This is my first live stream, so I'm still figuring things out, and I need to check.
how things are going. We learn, and then the first video didn't save in HD, which is worrying me because if I end this video too, it's going to do the same. I need to figure out
took me 30
solution.
days to process on a brand new channel. Yes, I know this takes forever, but your processing isn't stuck. I've uploaded already. Keep your browser open doesn't help anything. You can close. I sometimes upload 5 videos because I simply schedule my videos days, sometimes weeks in advance. What you
Okay,
don't know, you don't know. Do you know there is a business model called CPA marketing, whereby you partner with companies in Europe, UK, Canada, and America, and they pay you.
okay. If you're having issues with your YouTube live stream, you need troubleshooting tips below. God damn it, I can't find any solution. Anyways, yeah, I was talking about my favorite YouTubers, Real Reject, Cinepals, um, the Normies, Holding and Jen Hardman, Blind Wave. I know those are just the popular ones, and I'm listening. I mean, but yeah, I really like them. I constantly watch them. I'm subscribed both on their YouTube and their Patreon. So I'm not just someone who makes content. I also consume other people's content. Um, but yeah, so back to the things that I was talking about before in my first live stream. I talked about uh what was I talking about? Oh my god. I was talking about the things that I do on my channel, things that I've been doing, some of the changes that has happened over the years. So I make reaction mashups and compilations. I also make my own reactions. Um, if you've been watching the channel, you've seen that those quality of videos have been getting better and better. That's because I've been getting better equipment. Um, and So yesterday I reacted to Peacemaker, edited, uploaded. The full reaction is on my Patreon. No, I've not yet posted the full reaction episode 8 on my Patreon. I'll post that later. But episode 7, the full reaction is on my Patreon. Patreon is where I post everything, no edits whatsoever. And don't blame me, it's because of YouTube. And maybe it's not even entirely YouTube's fault, it's because of those people who own the content. Um, because you're not going to post something, a full reaction of anything on YouTube without any reprimand. Apart, maybe if it is something like a video game, games are much more lenient. Like gameplay, cutscenes, can post them without any issues. But when it comes to movies, TV shows, anime, unless maybe there's a trailer. But also when it comes to trailers, there are specific companies who will claim you immediately. Sometimes they may even wait a bit when your video is getting, some traction, getting more views, engagement. The next day you wake up, that video is claimed, and they are monetizing that, video. Um, and prime example, Netflix. You guys know who those creators who have been doing their stuff, watching their stuff, uploading. Netflix, they release a trailer. The moment you put that trailer reaction out, they'll claim it. But trailer companies that are more forgiving, uh, Disney for one, um, other companies not Disney. Warner Bros likes claiming, like they will claim your video. Sometimes block it almost immediately. Sometimes they also wait a bit. There's also, yeah, like I said, other smaller companies and other even larger companies. But the prime examples are Netflix and WB. They will just instantly claim your video. And yeah. So going forward, these are my plans for the channel. Um, More reactions, as you guys have been seeing lately from moi. Um, I'm going to be reacting to a bunch of stuff. First, of course, the trailers. I'm going to always be reacting to them the moment they drop, either immediately or in a day or two. I'm going to be reacting to more death battles, which I've posted a few of them, and also Superpower Beatdown. There are videos that I've just gotten that I will be watching and reacting to. And the big one, I will be reacting to Legend of the Seeker. um, it's a show that I've watched before, full transparency. But I watched it when I was really, really young, like 10 plus years ago that I watched it. Maybe it's even more than 10 years ago. But I watched Legend of the Seeker when I think it was in primary, going to, high school. And I remember loving it. I remember I finished season two, I was expecting season three, and it never came. At that time, the internet wasn't what it was. So I was I was not also involved in the internet, like basically at all. So I was not privy to, the common knowledge that, oh, the show has been cancelled. I'm sure some people saw it in papers or something, but I waited and waited and waited months, and then I think I found out later that the show has been cancelled, and I remember feeling so freaking sad. Like the story is not going to continue. I don't remember how it ended. I don't remember. I remember certain parts of the show. Like if you've watched something over 10 years ago, um, you're going to remember certain parts, obviously, especially when it is a show and not a movie. So those who have just joined, thank you. I know one just dropped off. Wow, it is what it is. First live stream. But yeah, hi, Nedo CGA, and I'm talking about my channel as a whole, things I'll be doing going forward. And right now, I'm talking about Legend of the Seeker, a show that I will be reacting to. I watched it over 10 years ago, and I remember some parts of it. Um, but I think mostly season one that I remember some parts of it. I think season two, I don't remember. Maybe I remember. Wait, unless maybe when I'm watching, then maybe certain parts will become familiar. Um, but yeah, I remember certain parts of season one vaguely, and it's a show that even talking about it right now, I'm getting this feeling, this huge feeling in my stomach, like I can't wait to watch it. You know, um, it's a show that I think after I think last year I wanted to watch a reaction to that Legend of the Seeker, but no one was reacting to it. Same as Smallville. Those Smallville, there were a couple of people who were reacting to it, um, but not the big creators. Like Smallville came out, like it ended 2011, right? And so people already completed it and watched it. Uh, it's a show that I don't think I can ever rewatch. I mean, I have rewatched certain parts, especially with the Tocqueville show that is going on with the main actors, Michael Rosenberg and um, Tom Welling. I've been watching their Tocqueville since day one. It's really cool to have them going scene by scene, watching them eat themselves and interacting with the audience, and answering certain questions that we fans have been wanting to ask them. So yeah, really good show, Tocqueville. But yeah, Smallville, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Definitely in my top three. It was a show that's when I I remember when I was coming back from school. I was so excited because I wanted to watch Smallville at home. Yeah. But back to Legend of the Seeker, I'm going to be reacting to it. Now that Peacemaker season 2 has ended, I think that will be my next um big thing on the channel. I don't know whether it is going to get any any views, but I've been wanting to do this for a while, you know. And I know some people also want to watch reactions to certain shows that are not exactly the type of shows big reactors react to. Like Legend of the Seeker. Let me search right now if there's a reaction to it on YouTube. Legend of the Seeker reaction. There's no reaction. There's no reaction to it. Wait, I think I saw something. um, no, oh, just a different show. Yeah, different show. But yeah, Legend of the Seeker ended years ago, and if it was today, that show would have gotten so much, buzz around it. People would have been, going on Twitter, social media in general, just pitchforks, just going at it like, yo, renew this show. Maybe let it find a new studio, like how Lucifer did. That show got canceled, and then people were like, no, no, we need to find a new home for this show. Save Lucifer, renew the show. And then Netflix came in and souped in. I think they renewed it for what was it, 3 seasons or two? I think I fell off. I watched up to the point where they canceled the show, and I think that was season three, right? And then I watched season four. I don't really remember. But yeah, and then you know, Legend of the Seeker didn't get that because at that time, when your show gets cancelled, it gets cancelled. There are so many good shows that got cancelled in the 2000s, 2010s. Like, even of course, shows today get cancelled all the time if they didn't meet a certain standard. You know, for the big guys on top at the top. Even shows that are really good, like you be surprised, show will be good and then it will get axed, and you wonder like, why is the show so good? And then it gets cancelled. Oh, that's because it didn't get X amount of viewers and all that. And it is what it is. After all, it's money that is being used to shoot the shows. So they also need certain investments back. Um, but yeah, shows like I think Timeless. There's one with Ian Guffin, Mr. The guy who played Mr. Fantastic in the OG Fantastic Four movie. Was it a show where he is immortal, like he dies, he comes back, I think 24 hours later. It was just one season and it was really good, and they just canceled it. um, but yeah, first live stream, things are going well this time. The first one, there was some interruption with the stream, and I had to end it. But so yeah, back to look going forward, what I'm going to be doing on the channel, as I said before, reaction mashups and compilations on your favorite movies, TV shows, anime, games. I'm The reason why I would have included music, but the reason why I didn't was because music it will get claimed immediately. I remember when Kendrick and Drake, that time when the beef was going on, Kendrick just made it so that the music that he released, the beef songs, wouldn't those who reacted to it on their channel didn't get claimed. So people were making money, like they were getting tens and hundreds of thousands, millions of views And that was really cool for him to do, like another W for him. Like people were really talking about that. Maybe I should have reacted to music then. But if I'm going to ever react to music, I'll put it on my Patreon. I did react to the music video for Arcane season 2, that French song with Echo and Jinx. Um I did edit it around. I put it on YouTube, it got blocked. So I edited around and found some medium, you know, parts, something things that worked. And then I posted on YouTube and it didn't get blocked. But the full reaction is on my Patreon. So if I ever react to music, it will be exclusively on my Patreon. But movies, TV shows, of course, games always there's no issue there. But movies, TV shows, anime, the full reactions will be on the Patreon, and of course the edited version will be on YouTube. Like this is not something new, but yeah. And then my own reactions, which starting off the big one will be the Legend of the Seeker. The trailers and whatnot are just something that are a daily occurrence. But the big stuff that I want to react to is Legend of the Seeker. I also want to react to Marilyn. I think I watched Marilyn around the time that I watched Legend of the Seeker years ago, 10 plus years ago. That was primary to JHS. Um, yeah, I watched season 1. I know I watched season 1. I don't remember most of just a Legend of the Seeker. I don't remember most of what happened. I know the characters were funny, they were good. I think the actor was called Morgan something. I was about to say Morgan Freeman, but yeah, I remember the chemistry between Merlin and Arthur. They had good chemistry, that back and forth, the bromance and all that. And I know there were some nasty things in it. Morgana, of course, Morgana, the actress, she later went on to play being Supergirl, the CW TV show. I remember when I first saw her, I was like, "Wait, that's the chick from Merlin." She was such a presence that I remembered her. Um, but yeah, I don't know whether I will react to Merlin. I think Merlin is 5 seasons. Is it 5 seasons? Let me see. Merlin, 2008 to 2012. Yeah, 5 seasons. Let me see. Yeah, 2008. Wow, it's been a long time. So yeah, 5 seasons. Yeah, Colin Morgan. That is the actor's name. I was about to say Morgan Freeman. Oh my god. But yeah, Marilyn, and then Grimm. Grimm is also a show that I loved. Um, I don't think I'll react to that one. That one I reacted to it, completed everything down to the series finale. Um, and I remember most of wait, I don't think I remember most of it. I remember the finale being weird. It took place in the night, something how it ended. But yeah, I was about to say I remember most of it, but no. Now that I'm thinking about it, Grim. I remember the premise, of course, the story, who the character is. Yeah, I remember he's different. You can see the monsters, and he hunts his lineage. They have been hunting, monsters for centuries. But and it's a cop. That's about it. And of course, I remember that the actress, who was in it, who was the main character's wife, she of course went on to play Lois Lane in, the new Superman and Lois. I mean, it's not new anymore. It has already ended. But Grimm, I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Maybe it's a show that I may consider, but it's a really long show. Sleepy Hollow. Vampire Diaries, I watched and completed it. I don't think I will ever go through that again, simply because of some of the things that later seasons. It just the show ended up being. I didn't like it, but I just had to watch it because I had to complete it. I was in too deep to stop watching. Like when Elena was dating Stefan, I was a huge Elena and Stefan, fan. And then when she went on to now start dating Damon, I was like, what is going on with this show? But later, I started to appreciate that relationship. And then Stefan also found his love with Caroline. Was Caroline? Um, and that was also cool. And then that whole stuff, like the ending was really definite. Like Stefan, spoilers, Vampire Diaries, Stefan and Damon, of course. Stefan, I remember him sacrificing himself to save everyone. He died, and then I think at the very end, Damon shows up in the afterlife, knocking on their house door. Stefan opens up, and I think that was the end. I remember that really well because that was a huge moment. Because when Stefan died, I was really bummed out. But I was like, hey, it's the finale. It is what it is. um, but yeah, I remember that very well. Teen Wolf, I've also completed the show. I have not watched the movie. I've heard about it not being that good. Plus, there's no Styles. I mean, Styles is if, one of my favorite characters, is if not my favorite in the entire show. It probably is Styles first before our main boy Scott, which is saying a lot for the show. But yeah, Supernatural. I have not completed Supernatural. I watched up to the finale season, but I think I was left with about five or so episodes, and I couldn't bring myself to complete it simply because I got spoiled. God damn it! One of the worst things to ever happen, especially to me watching a supernatural show. That's because I mean I really love the freaking show, and so when I got spoiled, that spoilers, supernatural series finale spoilers. I don't want anyone to come at me that I spoiled them. But Dean dies. Like the moment I saw that, I scrolled so quick, but I had already read, seen the thing. I was like, God damn it. Even though I also know at the end that Sam grows old and what joins Dean later in heaven, it still didn't make it better. And up to now, like how many years has it been since Supernatural ended? I've not brought myself to actually go and complete the show. Same with Agents of Shield. I'm at the series finale. I think that one is left with two episodes, unlike Supernatural, which is left about 5+ episodes. But with that one, it's left with I think for the final 2 or 3 episodes, and I couldn't bring myself. Like I don't know what is wrong with me. There are certain shows that if it is ending, I can't bring myself to watch the finale. Maybe because that would just be to me the definite end. Like it's gonna break my heart in some way. I don't know. The other shows I just watch and I complete it. And though I don't want it to end, still I complete it and that's the end of it. But with Agents of Shield, Supernatural, those are the two shows that I've not done that. And I've not completed, even though I've watched everything, saving just a few episodes to complete the entire thing. Um, and then what show was I going to talk about? Wait, there's Vampire Diaries, Buffy the Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, Supernatural, iZombie. I loved this show. I think the later seasons, fumbled a bit, but the first season was freaking incredible. It was so different. And then Heroes, also one of my favorite TV shows of all time. The fourth season, the fumbled. really hard. I think they even irritated me during the third season. The first season was freaking solid. Like it was, yo, what is this freaking show about superheroes, about people with powers, discovering them, the dark side behind it, the serial killers, Siler, man, that was just remembering it now, that was an insane experience. Heroes. And season two came around. It was good, but it was not as good as the first one. And then season three just started going in different directions that I don't know. Season four just fumbled the whole thing. Ah, of course, Game of Thrones also did the same thing. I've not watched True Blood, the originals. I've watched it up to the finale season. I've not actually completed the entire thing. That's also the same thing. When I got spoiled that Elijah and Klaus died together, I was like, God damn it. Especially Elijah being my favorite character. And of course, Klaus is also one of my favorites, but Elijah was my number one favorite character in the show. I was like, shit. And so, once upon a time, I heard it's also a good show. Sleepy Hollow as well. Charmed, the OG one, the 1998 one, not the reboot one. Charmed, I've watched a couple of episodes. That's it. And then let's see. Those wondering, I'm on IMDb. Dexter is a show that I've also not watched. I know they brought a sequel to New Blood. Is it New Blood? Resurrection, Dexter Resurrection that just ended. So I've not watched it. I've not watched. It's how many seasons? Like 8 seasons or something. Let me see. Dexter. Yeah, 8 freaking seasons. And then you have New Blood, which is just one season, and then you have Resurrection, which is also one season. Season two has been greenlit, and so like if I start to watch this, it's gonna take a while. Like if I had an editor, that would be no problem. I can just crank up the reactions, just react to the thing and send it to the editor, and they'll edit it. I don't have to worry about that. But the editing process is it's really tedious. It's not so as much as hard. It's just the process, the long process. Um, but people are loving the new Dexter Resurrection. Um, and I mean, the new Blood got some flag. Like people hated how it ended. But when I check on IMDb and just the reactions all over, it seems people liked the show. I mean, not as much as the OG one. But it was mainly the finale, how it ended, that rubbed people the wrong way. Like the people hated how it ended, killing off Dexter. Like, um, and then of course, Resurrection resurrected the character, and the prequel, which I watched. I think it's level 2 episodes. Yeah, man, I should start finishing my shows. But yeah, let me see. I want to see Heroes. Yeah, Heroes. After it ended, the way it ended, and decided to do a follow-up show, Heroes Reborn. It was so freaking terrible. Like, what the hell? All the characters that we love, they were not in it. They did bring some characters back. It was who, his father, who, Chloe's father, and then they brought Zachary Levi inside. Like I was like, even though, yeah, they also brought Hero back, but it was just not the same. It was not the same at all. It was just I'm like, if you're going to bring back the show, just bring back the original actors. If not, just don't do it. Unless you have a tight script and you know what you're doing and the story is going to be worth it. But this was just clearly a cash grab. Oh, let's bring just this and this character back from the OG show and let's do our own thing. And of course, it didn't work. So let me see. Who and who? Yeah, they brought Mohinda back. They brought Matt back and the Haitian. These were also pretty good characters in the OG show. They, of course, they also brought Hero back. They brought Angela Petrelli, and they talked about certain past things. But come on, they didn't bring the core one, the Peter Petrelli, you know, Siler, Chloe. Was it Chloe? I keep saying Chloe. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, Claire. Oh my God, I've been saying Chloe for a while now. It's Claire. But yeah, they brought. I don't know why they brought her father back, and then Claire was not there. I don't remember the specific of the story choice where those characters was. I just remember that they were not in it. So Claire, Peter, Nathan, Sila, those were the main characters that we really loved in that show. You know, though, like I said, Hero came back in Reborn, Mahinda as well, and Matt. Like it still wasn't the same, and of course Noah. But it is what it is. So I don't know. So I'm thinking of reacting to Merlin in addition to Legend of the Seeker. I've seen the Shannara Chronicles. I, I didn't watch that one. Oh, The Magicians, a show that I also really loved. Um, I think how it ended too was kind of finicky. They didn't really stick that landing, but I really loved the show, especially the first season. It was so new how they did the supernatural, how they did magic. It was and the world itself, how like it was really cool. And our main character, of course, spoilers. Our main character, who we followed, like he was the one that we followed, since the first episode. Like Jason Ralph played Quentin, and I found out like during the Superman, time when the Superman movie came out. After that, I found out that he's actually married to Rachel Brosnahan, who is Lois Lane since 2016. So they've been married for what? More than 10 years of marriage. Oh, less than 10 years, but you know what I mean. A little over 9 years. Next year June 6th will be their anniversary. But yeah, they've been married for close to 10 years, which is insane. But yeah, this show, there were certain things that they did where it went that I really didn't like, but it was still interesting. It ran for 5 freaking seasons, ended in 2020, and I don't remember how it ended. Funny enough, I thought I would remember looking at IMDb, their profile page, checking out the episodes, but I don't remember. I remember spoilers for the magicians, Quentin dying, and I was like, "What the bro?" He was one of my favorite characters. Uh, Definitely in the top three. It was Quentin, and then Elliot, um, and then where is she? Margot, Quentin, Elliot, Margot. Those were my favorite characters, and of course the others I liked them. I liked Penny, Alice. She was kind of insane a bit. Did some things that I didn't like. Katie, Finn, um, but yeah, Julia was so frustrating with the decisions and actions she was freaking taking in the show. But I guess maybe that was the point. But anyways, I'm just going through, memory lane, seeing some of the shows that I've watched, not watched, just remembering back then where I was at the moment. Is Dark Material? I've not watched the Umbrella Academy. Oh, what an awful fourth season they had. Was it the fourth season, right? Like the first season was freaking incredible. I know there's a comic, but yeah, the first season was amazing. The second season, really good. I can say the second season was also good. And then the third season started going in ways like I was like, what the hell are they doing? Like, is there only one story, one writer in the room that is just doing whatever they want? Aren't people checking to see how they are writing the characters? And I think I fell off. Let me see. Yeah. Season four, I didn't even bother. Like, people hated it. The way it just took the characters and made fools of them. Like, ah, I didn't even bother. The moment I saw the first trailer, I didn't even watch it all throughout. I just made a reaction mashup to the trailer. That was it. That was it. Season three just went off, way off. Especially the first episode when they killed the sparrows, right? Like it was insane. Like with when the trailer first came out for season three, I thought it was going to be, the clash of these two, family, the Hargreaves and the Sparrows. But then the first episode, I think it was the first episode that they just killed the main Sparrow, the number one. I was like, what the hell? And everything started going downhill from there. Those characters weren't as important as they made us think. It's like the first season, they just, of course, the other one, the other character that fell in love with Luther, they fell in love together. Man, I don't know why certain shows will start out so good, and then during the later seasons, they just fall off. And I know it's easier saying this coming from me since I don't know how everything comes together, the writing process and all that. But come on, sometimes you just have to stick to the source material and just weave your way through and maybe add some things that will help the storyline and not deduct. Hmm? Umbrella Academy started season one, amazing. Season two, okay, good. Season three just started crashing. And season four just ashes to the ground. Of course, Game of Thrones is the famous one. First five seasons were freaking incredible. Season six was also good. And then season seven, it was not bad, but it didn't have that standard, that quality that the first six seasons, let me just add six to it, had. And then, of course, season eight, we all saw how one of the best shows to ever grace our TV screens just imploded with how the writers, instead of writing the story well, spacing out the episodes, making everything matter, everything that we've gone through with these characters from season one to seven. But no, they were rushing to end the show. I think I read somewhere they were rushing to end the show. They didn't want to make a multiple series finale. Like it could have been season eight and nine, but no, they wanted to end Game of Thrones early because they had a huge contract or whatever to go and direct a Star Wars project. And I think, of course, when the show came out and the backlash and everything, they lost that deal. Even now, people are still asking that they should reboot the series finale for Game of Thrones. Like it's insane. That's how bad it was. When after all these years, people are still like reboot the series finale. We will watch it for you guys. That is better than what we got. That series finale just tainted the entire show. I mean, I'm not saying the entire show is not good, or it makes the entire show bad. It's just, it's like eating a watermelon, and then it's sweet, it's savory, it's nice, it's quenching your thirst somehow. And then you go on to eat what? I wanted to say lettuce. I want something that is really bitter. I don't know if you guys know bitter leaf. Yeah, something like that. And it just spoiled the whole meal. And I know the actors hated it when when the table reading for Game of Thrones, dropped on YouTube. People were watching how the actors were reacting to the scenes that were in, and it being read out to them. And you can see on the face of Emilia Clarke how they looked. Oh my God, they were like they couldn't believe their ears that this is what the finale was going to be. And of course, the Jon Snow movie, that was it, a TV show that was greenlit afterwards. We thought that we were going to get at least a Jon Snow thing. They canceled that one. Instead, they just, I don't know whether it's outright canceled, but it's at the back for now. Right now, they are focusing on House of the Dragon. Of course, the new show that is going to come out next year, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. They released a trailer, I think yesterday, or was it last 2 days? I don't know about the character. I know he was mentioned briefly in Game of Thrones. I don't know which season. Um, but yeah, this uh I don't know why they didn't fast forward Jon Snow, considering he's the favorite character. Like he has more fans and good buzz around him. Instead, they fast forwarded a new show with a new character, new protagonist that we know nothing of. Maybe that was already done shooting, or in the middle of shooting, or production had gone far. Instead of Jon Snow, where I don't know whether they had written the script yet, but it was, I know it was greenlit. It's a shame. I do hope we get a Jon Snow show, you know, later. Um, Good Omens I've not watched. Oh, there's a Merlin show that came out in 1998. Okay. Oh, Helena Bonham Carter was Morgan Le Fay. Then Sam Neill was Merlin. Oh, James Earl Jones was in it as well, Mountain King. Lena Headey was also there. She played Guinevere. This was in 1998. It was only 2 episodes. Um. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing Kyle XY. That show also got cancelled. Ah, I was like, God damn. Oh man, I remember this season three, right? Season three ended on a cliffhanger as well. Like it was insane. I thought maybe they when they were making it, they thought that, oh, they have to let us have season four now, and the show got cancelled. Oh man, I loved Kyle XY. It was so different. It was unique, and that is where, of course, I first saw this actress. What is she? What's her name? Jamie Alexander. Of course, she went on to be in the MCU as Lady Sif, which the MCU also fumbled. Um, but yeah, Kyle XY was just a nice, really good show. Some parts were dumb. It was cliche, some certain tropes here and there, but it was just a fun, unique show overall. A show that, nowadays you don't get that type of thing. Nowadays, it's a comic book movie, comic book TV show. Oh, it's from this, from that, and mostly the story are almost. I don't want to say almost the same, but you can just. It's a generic storyline. Uh, but yeah, this was different. It was intimate because it was about this boy being adopted. this unique boy, unique person being adopted by this family, and everything going on around them and their lives. It was really cool. It was never about the bigger picture that shows nowadays do. Though later seasons they didn't go far a bit. Okay, I'm seeing the Tomorrow People, which I've also not watched. Oh, Fallen. I did watch Fallen years ago when I was in high school. It starred Paul Wesley. When I saw that, I was like, I have to watch it because at that time too, Vampire Diaries was going on. Oh wait, was Vampire Diaries going on it had let me see, 2007, 2006. Let me see. Yeah. So I'm just reminiscing of old shows that I've watched. So Kyle XY, really good show, got cancelled, really hurt, but it is what it is. Smallville, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. The Tomorrow People I've not watched. Fallen, I have watched. But the thing is, there's Fallen, the episodes, which 2007 miniseries is 5 episodes. But then before that, there was seven. There was a movie in 2006. Wait, did I watch the movie or did I watch the show? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember. I remember watching something Falling, but I think it was a show because I watched it, you know, consistently. Like, I, yeah, it was definitely the show. Mm, okay, Intelligence, Roswell, Torchwood, Star-Crossed, Limitless. Oh man, this show also got cancelled. I mean, I know there was a movie with was it Bradley Cooper, and I've not watched that one, but it was Limitless, the show that I watched, and I really liked it. The premise of it all, the character, it was really good at selling the intelligence aspect. You know, after he took the drug or whatever, and then No Ordinary Family 2 got cancelled. I know it was not the best TV show, but it was really good. This family of four all getting powers from an accident and then trying to figure it out, adapt it into their daily lives since this is new for them, and trying to also do something good with it. It was really, to me, it was good. Look at it. That's 6.9 star on IMDb. Julia Benz was in it. Michael, yeah, Michael Chiklis is it the right name? Right pronunciation. But of course, I remember him from the thing. I remember when I saw the picture, I was like, wait, this is the guy from the thing, the Fantastic Four, the thing. And so that was one of the things that got me to watching the show. Julia Benz, I think I had seen her somewhere, but I've not watched Dexter, so I didn't know the character at that time. Um, the Secret Circle, I think I've seen a couple of episodes, maybe. Um, Cursed, Xena, Camelot, Dominion. Whoa, Dominion! I think I've seen this before. Follows the Perilous. Journey of a rebellion young soldier who discovers the unlikely savior of humanity. Okay, I think I'm going to end the live stream now. Thanks to anyone who has watched. Popped in here and there. I know there's not a lot. About three people came, but I still appreciate that. This is my first live stream. I basically talked about my channel, things going forward, what I'm going to be doing, and of course things that I've already been doing. But certain shows that I'm going to be covering, reacting to, Legend of the Seeker. I'm considering putting Merlin in. Um, of course, I'll be reacting to some of the TV shows that will be coming out um, currently. What's the next TV show that's coming out? I'm not yet in the territory of reacting to a movie, but hopefully soon. Um, but yeah, okay. So it's about 55 minutes in, almost 56 minutes, getting to an hour. First live stream. It was awkward. Um, it is what it is. I will try to figure it out and then move straight from here to Twitch and see how that one also goes. It is what it is. Trying to figure things out and you know go forward with this content creation thing. And maybe my first live stream was overdue, but it is what it is. I didn't have the equipment, like I said in the beginning, but now I have a mic, I have a camera. Things can go on well. But yeah, guys, anyone who watched me, thank you. Even if you popped here, so uh, just out of curiosity to see, oh, Nettie Sage Dose went live. That's the first. Let me check what it is. What is he talking about? And then popped right out. Still appreciate it. And the first live stream video that I did, a couple of minutes before I did this one, it ended because the network connection, something happened with the network, and so I ended that one. And when I saw it again, like it saved, the video saved on the channel, it was at 480p, which I was like, but the video is recording at 1080p, so why is it saving at? I tried to find a solution, but were I couldn't find anything, or I was just too busy focused on doing this, and yeah. But anyways, I will find out a way. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this. If you enjoyed it, if you want me to do more live streams, I'll still do it. I'm taking it easy, and if you want me to make any reaction mashup or compilation or react to anything, leave your thoughts in the comments below or check out my community. Leave something there, and I'll be sure to also check that one out. And so that's basically it. I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you to everyone who watched, and I'll see you guys in the next video.